Hey guys, welcome to week 2 of Body Meets Mind. I'm Ms. Shawna and I'm going to be talking to you today again about mental health. And I'm also going to be teaching you a new strategy called guided imagery or visualization, which is a calming strategy that all students can do when they're a little anxious or feeling tense or feeling stressed. So if you have a test or an exam or perhaps a sports game and you're feeling a little nervous or feeling a little tense in your body, this is a strategy that you can do before your test, exam, or sports game, and it'll help your body feel a little more relaxed and bring you a sense of calm. For that activity, I'm going to be taking you guys on a road trip, okay? We are going to the beach. Now, I wish I could say I was taking you all to Florida or somewhere down south where the sand is nice and white and the ocean is nice and crystal blue, but actually we're going to be going to Lake Ontario today. And since the beach is my calm place, I'm going to teach you what visualization and guided imagery is from the beach. Now, before we go to the beach, I want to review a couple of things from last week. Number 1, we all have mental health. Mental health is our feelings, our thoughts, and our actions and behavior. Because we all have different feelings and we do things during the day and we have thoughts about things, we all have mental health. So whenever you hear the word mental health, don't assume it's something negative and don't think it means that somebody is crazy or that somebody has a lot of problems or that it's a negative thing. It's a very positive thing because we all have that type of health. Number 2, mental health problems involve having way more bad days, to the point where we can't do things that we enjoy, like spend time with our friends or perhaps go to school or play different sports. For adults who have mental health problems, sometimes that affects their ability to go to work and do a good job at work. So mental health problems really impact our day-to-day life, whereas mental health is something we all have, and that involves good days and bad days. The other thing I want to talk to you about very briefly before we go to the beach is what to do if you think that you have some mental health problems or you're going through a really difficult time. So the first thing to do is to talk to a trusted adult. And for some of you, that might be your mom or dad or a grandparent or an aunt or uncle. For someone else, it might be their teacher or someone who works at their school. And it doesn't matter who you speak to, as long as you feel that that person can be trusted and that you're comfortable talking to them. It's really important to talk about your mental health. Otherwise, what we do is we stuff our feelings down and then something happens in life and we explode. And that's not good for anybody. So try to talk to a trusted adult. If in your life right now you don't have a trusted adult to talk to, I want to tell you about a website that might be able to help you out. There's a website called the Kids Help Phone, and that website address is kidshelpphone.ca. It's pretty easy to remember. They also have a 1-800 number, which I'm going to put up on the screen here, so you can go to that phone number as well if you want to call and talk to someone on the phone. If you go on the website, you can actually ask questions to a counselor on the website or even text your questions to someone. Or, as I said, you can make a phone call. So grab your towel and your flip-flops and let's go to the beach. Okay guys, we made it to the beach. We are at Lake Ontario, which is at the very end of Curtis Road. So it's like 5 minutes from my house and it's so beautiful. Honestly, I hope you can see the background. I'm going to show it to you a little bit later. But when we do visualization or guided imagery, what we always want to start with is some deep breathing exercises to relax. So what I suggest you do is go into your room, lie down on your bed, lie down on your couch in your living room, and take a few moments to practice deep breathing. So as you're laying there, take a few minutes and breathe in, hold it for a few seconds. So inhaling, and then exhaling for a few seconds. You're going to want to do that 4 or 5 times just to relax your body before you start this intervention. And then what we're going to do is walk each other through the scenery and picture that in our minds to help us relax. So when we do guided imagery or visualization, we are going to pick a spot or pick a memory or a moment or a picture or a video, something that really makes us feel relaxed. Maybe it's a favorite memory or event that we were at, something that just really brings us joy and makes us feel calm. We're going to take that picture or video and we're going to really reflect on it. We're going to pause and we're going to think about what was going on when we were there. We're going to think about the surroundings, the way the plants or trees maybe looked, the way the waves sound as they hit the sand. We're going to think about the quality of the air and how it was nice and warm as we breathed it in. Maybe felt good on our skin. We're just going to enjoy the surroundings and really think about what was happening on the day of this moment or this time. As you picture the scenario in your mind, I'm going to be using the beach video or the beach picture as an example. What I want you to do is picture yourself in that moment. For me, it's walking down a hill. It's long and narrow. There's some rocks on the ground. The air is warm. I'm going to walk for a few steps. Oh, that sand is nice and warm on my feet. The air smells clean today, which is great. Sometimes Lake Ontario smells like fish. And as I'm walking on the sand and looking at the water, I can really focus on that and start to feel the tension and the stress melting away. So beautiful. As I look to the left, I can see the sand and the rocks and the lake for as far as I can see. Lots of waves coming up to the shore, a little bit windy today. And the more I think about these waves and the sand and the rocks, I feel more and more relaxed. I'm going to walk towards the water's edge. And I'm going to think about my feet and how they feel on the rocks. I got a pedicure. Think about the cold water on my toes and how good that feels. Refreshing, especially on a hot day like today. We've had some really hot weather lately. The bubbles and the water on my feet feel so relaxing. I did actually get a pedicure recently, so I'm glad about that. I'm just going to focus for a minute and really think about how good that feels. As the waves go over my feet, I feel more comfortable, more relaxed. I'm not thinking about anything else other than how the water and the waves feel on my toes. And slowly, all of my worries fade away. So guys, that was an example of guided imagery, where we focus on our surroundings to try to focus less on the things that maybe are bothering us. And by thinking about our surroundings and using our five senses, we really can move away from focusing on upsetting thoughts, worried feelings, and focus more on the positive things going on around us. So that was a video imagery that I had just used with you guys. But one of the other things you can do is to use a photograph and to take a picture or look at a picture of a place that you find really relaxing. And what you'll want to do with that photograph is to really think about what was happening in that picture. So let's say you really love fishing and one of your favorite memories is fishing with a friend or a family member, and you've got a great picture of that. If that really relaxes you and brings you joy, what you'll want to do is go to a quiet place, take a few moments and practice your deep breathing. Remember, a few seconds in, hold it, and exhale for a few seconds. You'll want to do that a few times, and then look at your picture and think about what was going on in that picture, who you were with, what the sun felt like on your body, the sound of the water, the sound of the boat, your surroundings, what you saw as you were out in the boat or on the dock, what fish you maybe caught that day, and think of all of the good things that were going on in that picture. And do that for about 10 or 15 minutes. And what you'll find is that your heart rate will start to slow down, your thoughts will start to slow down, and you'll all around feel a little bit more calm. So that was our lesson for today. I really am excited to connect with all of you guys in week 7, to hear your questions, to hear what you've been doing for self-care. I hope you guys keep practicing that this next week. And maybe in week 7, you can share some videos with me or some pictures with me that you have used to practice visualization or guided imagery. So guys, today's session was all about guided imagery, walking yourself and talking yourself through a memory or an event or an experience that brought you joy and that was calming and relaxing. And as I mentioned, you can picture that in your mind and talk yourself through the memory, or you can actually do it by looking at a photo or looking at a video that you might have on your phone. So we've covered what we wanted to cover for this week, and I hope in the days to come you'll practice visualization when you might be feeling a little overwhelmed or when you're feeling your body is a little tense. As always, please remember that mental health is a good thing, that we all have mental health, and in the meantime, I'm wishing you many good days and good mental health. See you next week, guys. Have a great one.